Welcome to Whispers. With everything going on, hmm, are we really citizens of the same country? Hmm. There are no good tribes or good ethnicities. There are good people and there are bad people. I have close friends all across the nation. The Fulani I knew as a child were good neighbors who were selling fresh congealed milk we call wara. Patriotism must be clearly defined within a noble premise, an enthusiasm to critically interrogate issues when our sailing ship seems to become rudderless. It is recognizing that we do not owe allegiance to a leader, but to a country. Not only to a country, but also to justice and humanity. It is on this note that I feel compelled to express my candid opinion on the ongoing crisis between the Fulani herdsmen and other tribes in the country, including the Yoruba. I am not speaking as a tribalized Yoruba who made friends across the divide and still believes in the beauty of our diversity. Truth be spoken, if we situate Nigeria within the concept of Thomas Hobbes' theory of a nasty, brutish, and short life, then it is safe to say Nigeria is already headed in the direction of total chaos and, of course, anarchy. This anarchy and seeming oppression of a people by another set of people within the same nation in a country already besieged by hunger, unequal distribution of wealth, and impoverishment, chew up the symbolism of resistance that Sunday Igboho represents. Sunday Igboho is a systemic creation of anger against the gruesome murder of Mrs. Funke Olakunrin, the daughter of Yoruba leader Pa Ruben Fashiroti, the gunning down of a first-class monarch in Yoruba land, the Olufun of Efon, and of late Dr. Fatai Aborode, an accomplished Yoruba man who relocated to Nigeria to create employment for his people in Ekoko, the Barapa local government area of Oyo State, all allegedly by Fulani herdsmen. I am not unaware that across the Federation, many families have lost loved ones to this same domestic terrorism from supposed fellow countrymen. Many families will never recover from the emotional turmoil of untimely death, rape, or financial setbacks of those who paid heavy ransom to rescue loved ones. Many families will not recover from the agonizing shock of paying ransom to a relative that will never come back home because the herdsmen took the money and still slaughtered the victim. So, how did the crime of kidnapping by herdsmen become a notoriously enduring industry in Nigeria? Each time we hear ransom has been paid, shouldn't we ask, paid to whom? People have paid multi-millions for ransom. Into whose bank accounts do the ransom flow? Is this the same ragtag-looking kidnappers that paraded that own the kidnapping empire? Why has it been a challenge for security agencies to follow the money? These are begging questions requiring urgent answers. On October 23, 2011, after ethnic clashes that led to the death of 27 people in Lagos. Foreign and local newspapers reported that the then President of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, ordered rioters to be shot at sight. Obasanjo was literally ordering the shooting at sight of his own tribesmen, the Oodua People's Congress, who were alleged to be stimulating the riots. Obasanjo was actually quoted as saying, The police have instructions that anyone who calls himself OPC should be arrested, and if he doesn't agree, he will be shot on sight. We can't allow this country to be overtaken by hoodlums and criminals. That was leadership. The governor of Ondo State, Rotimi Akeredolu, must have been concerned about a possible attack on Ondo State by herdsmen hiding in the forests. And as the chief security officer of a state that has recorded countless murders and kidnaps, he issued a quick order on criminal herdsmen to vacate Ondo State on January 18. By January 19, Malam Garba Shehu, representing the presidency, countered Aketi and rejected the quit order. Are citizens not curious to ask whose purpose is this presidency serving? Why is Malam Shehu combining the job of speaking for the president with speaking for herdsmen? And as the president did not disown him and say, no, I am the president for all, shall we conclude Garba Shehu was playing the tune dictated by the president? Does the president feel gracious to dictate a divisive ethnic tune? It will be recollected that on July 15, 2012, the Twitter handle of Malam Nasser El-Rufai, a Fulani leader, states that we will write this for all to read. Anyone, soldier or not, that kills the Fulani takes a loan repayable one day, no matter how long it takes. El-Rufai, contemptuous as it sounded, stood for something. He sent a signal that he would not cower and watch his people devastated. He spared no words. He was not diplomatic. So, what rights guarantee El-Rufai's words but deny Akeredolu's frustrated response to the alienation of his people? When Miyetti Allah leaders rascally issue threats against their host communities, the presidency plays deaf. But the moment anyone pokes at the herdsmen, this presidency abandons everyone that voted it and embarks on vocal hemorrhage. How suddenly did President Buhari forget that for three consecutive times he contested Nigeria's presidency on the CPC platform but lost until he forged an alliance with the Southwest? Why is the same president now carrying on like a president for the Fulani instead of president of Nigeria? Why does the president that never speaks to the nation, except we literally drag him to do so in moments of national crisis, always finds a hasty voice to wage off justified salvos against cowherders who are jeopardizing other races' rights to existence? And he actually does so characteristically within 24 hours? Are we really citizens of the same country? Perhaps we should ask them that how many of our government leaders can travel to their villages any time of the day, unescorted, and pass nights there. And while they enjoy state protection, what happens to the poor who cannot even go to the farm? In all of this, where are the Southwest leaders? Apart from the governor of Ondo State, Rotimi Akeredolu-san, and now Sunday Igboho, who is fast becoming a phenomenon of circumstance, many Southwest leaders have always been reactive than proactive. They must go to the drawing board and work out a strategy of containment, not against herdsmen alone, but also to ensure the Southwest youths are gainfully and meaningfully employed through creative unlocking of technological opportunities. The youth of the Southwest are not immune from criminality. During the End SARS protests, a notorious group called 1 Million Boys terrorized Lagos. Those were not Fulani herdsmen. What have we done to rein these ones? Or we are keeping them for the next election? The money we are stockpiling for this election, how much of it are we prepared to invest in the youths who are so resilient, so creative, so docile that they have accommodated leadership failure this much? Southwest leaders can't continue to pretend to be proteges of Chief Obafemi Awolowo but lack his integrity. You can't claim to be an Awo apostle but lack his character and ingenuity. The Southwest is sleeping because hijackers of great ideas have become bothersome liabilities of counterfeit morality. Southwest leaders must recognize that ambition for office must never consume them to such extent they throw this momentum away. Because if on the altar of ambition they keep mute while their region burns, by 2023 they will have no nation left to govern. As we continue to embrace unity in diversity, candor must never depart the lips of true patriots. There is a distinct line we must never cross out for misguided love for politicians, and that includes the president. Those who call the president Baba and lack the temerity to call him out are not doing him any good. Misguided loyalty is cancerous because it gradually eats into the consciousness of the self-acclaimed loyalist as he keeps imagining himself a patriot. The president must face the fact that there has been a sweeping and systematic liquidation of other people's territories by unhinged suspected Fulani herdsmen, the president's own people. The president must ask a question too. How do foreign nations who lead the pack in global cow ranching business get on with this business without slaughtering their own people? Will he say he has turned the country around and make it safer after power was granted him from the past 6 years till date? What is the president making of his legacy? Is he capable of raising over ethnic sentiments now and protect all Nigerians? Good leaders take personal responsibilities in crisis, no matter how much of this lie outside their control. A good leader will unite this nation and not divide it. President Buhari should gestation its conscious or unconscious bias and demonstrate leadership now before he goes into history as the last leader to preside over the affairs of a united Nigeria. There you have it, guys. A very, very important question that needs to be answered. Are we really citizens of the same country? Yeah, because from the way it is, the answer, the reality is absolutely no. We're not. The North has their own rules and everything, but they have another rule for the South. So, there you have it, guys. I'll just leave that here. Until I come your way again. Bye.